How often have you felt like you were merely going through the motions, living your life based on the expectations of others? Like you're a performer, constantly seeking approval and validation from an invisible audience? If so, you're not alone. Like you, millions are trapped in this vicious cycle of people-pleasing, sacrificing their true selves to fit in. But what if I told you there's a way out? A timeless philosophy that can liberate you from this soul-sucking need for approval? Stay tuned, because in this video we will explore the ancient wisdom of Stoicism as taught by the legendary Marcus Aurelius and discover how to foster an unshakable sense of self-respect. Lesson 1. The secret of self-validation. Our first stop on this journey of self-discovery takes us back to ancient Rome, where Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, left us with profound insights into the human condition. One of his most powerful observations is, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people but care more about their opinion than our own." Think about that for a second. We claim to love and value ourselves, yet we constantly seek validation from others. It's a paradox that plagues modern society, fueled by social media likes, performance reviews at work, and even compliments from strangers. Aurelius saw through this facade. He recognized that true self-worth comes from within, not from external approval. He wrote in his famous Meditations, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." To cultivate self-respect, you need to shift your mindset. Stop seeking validation from others and start validating yourself. Appreciate your strengths, qualities, and accomplishments without seeking anyone else's approval. Have faith in yourself and your abilities, and let your self-confidence shine. Lesson 2. Embrace solitude. I know what you're thinking. Won't that make me a self-absorbed jerk if I only care about my own opinion? Not at all. The second secret Aurelius revealed is the power of solitude and self-reflection. He encouraged taking time away from the world's noise and distractions to genuinely connect with yourself. In our modern hyper-connected world, this concept might seem almost radical. We're constantly bombarded with notifications, advertisements, and the highlight reels of others' lives. It's easy to get lost in the crowd and forget who you are. But Aurelius understood that solitude is where we find clarity and self-knowledge. He wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." Try this exercise. Set aside 10-15 minutes daily to be truly alone with your thoughts. No phones, no screens, just you and your mind. Use this time to reflect on your values, goals, and the person you want to become. Embrace the stillness and let your authentic self emerge. Lesson 3. Controlling desires. You're probably thinking, this all sounds great, but how do I actually stop craving approval from others? That brings us to the third secret from Marcus Aurelius: controlling your desires. Aurelius understood that our desires, especially those rooted in external validation, often cause our suffering. When we constantly crave approval, compliments, or accolades, we set ourselves up for disappointment and dissatisfaction. Aurelius offers a powerful antidote. He writes, "If you seek tranquility, do less." In other words, scale back your desires for approval and focus on finding fulfillment within yourself. Let's put this into practice with a modern example. Say you're an avid social media user who obsesses over every like and comment on your posts. Instead of attaching your self-worth to those external validations, post to share your experiences, thoughts, or creativity without any expectations. It might feel uncomfortable initially, but as you practice detaching from the need for approval, you'll find a sense of inner peace and confidence that no amount of likes could ever provide. Lesson 4. Understanding social opinions. But what about my friends, family, and colleagues? Shouldn't I care about their opinions at all? This brings us to the fourth secret from Marcus Aurelius, his revolutionary perspective on social opinion. Aurelius didn't advocate for complete isolation or disregarding others' thoughts entirely. Instead, he offered a balanced approach. As relevant today as 2,000 years ago, he wrote, "It is not men's opinions which disturb us, but our misguided reactions to them." In other words, it's not the opinions that should bother us, but rather our interpretation and emotional response to them. Think about how liberating that mindset could be in our modern world, where we're constantly flooded with judgments, criticisms, and unsolicited opinions from every angle. Instead of getting caught up in the drama, imagine observing those opinions without letting them shake your self-confidence. You could acknowledge them, consider if there's any constructive feedback worth reflecting on, and then let the rest roll off your back like water off a duck's back. Lesson 5. Living in the present moment. By now you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but how do I actually put these secrets into practice and attain true freedom from the need for approval? That's where the fifth and final secret from Marcus Aurelius comes in: living in the present moment. Aurelius understood that much of our suffering and insecurity stems from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. We get caught up in reliving past embarrassments or anxiously anticipating future judgments. But as he wisely observed, the universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. True freedom and self-respect come from focusing on the here and now, on the thoughts, actions, and choices within our control in this present moment. Consider a scenario where you prepare for a critical workplace presentation. Instead of dwelling on past failures or worrying about potential criticism, keep yourself grounded in the present. Focus on delivering your message with confidence, clarity, and authenticity, regardless of how it's received. By living in the moment, you'll find that the need for approval starts to fade away, replaced by a sense of inner peace and self-assurance that no external validation could ever match. Applying Aurelius's wisdom, a 7-day challenge. All right, you may be inspired by the secrets of Marcus Aurelius and the power of Stoic philosophy, but you might also think this all sounds great in theory. Can I really transform my life and stop seeking approval in just a week? Yes, you absolutely can. All it takes is a commitment to implementing these principles one day at a time. Here's a simple 7-day challenge to help you get started. Day 1, identify your approval triggers. Notice when and why you find yourself craving validation from others. Day 2, practice solitude and self-reflection. Spend 15 minutes alone with your thoughts. No distractions. Day 3, control your desires. Pick one area where you can detach from the need for external approval. Day 4, observe social opinions objectively. Don't react emotionally. Acknowledge and let them go. Day 5, live in the present moment. When you dwell on the past or future, gently bring your mind back to the here and now. Day 6, celebrate your progress. Reflect on how you've already started to cultivate self-respect this week. Day 7, make a plan. Decide how you'll continue incorporating these principles into your daily life. Breaking free of deeply ingrained habits may be challenging, but it is achievable with determination and a positive outlook. Don't let the difficulty of the task discourage you. You have the power to break free from any habit that is holding you back and achieve the success you deserve. As you take it one day at a time and remain consistent, you'll notice a profound shift in your mindset. The Marcus Aurelius Challenge. Are you ready to stop craving approval? We've armed you with the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and the transformative power of Stoic philosophy. Now it's time to put these teachings into action. Are you ready to take the Marcus Aurelius Challenge and finally break free from the shackles of approval seeking? This is no ordinary challenge, my friends. It's a call to reclaim your authenticity, self-respect, and inner peace. It's a commitment to living life on your terms, not as a people-pleasing performer, but as the author of your destiny. Here's how the Marcus Aurelius Challenge works. For 30 days, you'll consciously practice the 5 secrets explored in this video. You'll shift your mindset from seeking external validation to fueling your self-worth. You'll embrace solitude and self-reflection, control your desires, observe social opinions objectively, and anchor yourself in the present moment. I won't lie to you, this challenge will push you out of your comfort zone. You might feel uncomfortable, even awkward, as you start questioning those deeply ingrained habits of approval seeking. But that's precisely the point. Growth happens when you're willing to confront and break through your limitations. Imagine waking up 30 days from now, liberated from the constant need for likes, compliments, and accolades. Imagine moving through your day with a quiet confidence rooted in your self-assurance, rather than the fleeting validations of others. That's the power of embracing Marcus Aurelius's teachings and completing this challenge. Success stories. How Aurelius's secrets can help you win at life. You might be thinking, this all sounds profound, But can the ancient wisdom of Marcus Aurelius really help me achieve success in the fast-paced, highly competitive world we live in today? The answer is a resounding yes. While Aurelius may have lived nearly 2,000 years ago, his teachings on self-respect, inner peace, and living with authenticity are more relevant than ever in our modern age of constant distraction, comparison, and pressure to conform. Just look at some of the most successful and influential people in recent history, many of whom have cited Stoic philosophy as a guiding force in their lives and careers. Take, for instance, the former CEO of Microsoft, Bill Gates. In one interview, he revealed that he had been profoundly impacted by Marcus Aurelius's meditations, stating, "It reminds you that you're a tiny part of a much bigger universe." This perspective, gleaned from Aurelius's teachings, likely played a role in Gates's ability to maintain humility and level-headedness amidst his meteoric rise to become one of the planet's wealthiest people. Or consider the renowned investor and philanthropist Ray Dalio. In his influential book, Principles, Dalio cites Aurelius as a significant influence, particularly regarding the Stoic concept of separating what's within your control from what isn't. This principle has undoubtedly served Dalio well in the often volatile world of finance, allowing him to stay grounded and focused on the aspects of his life and business that he can directly impact. But you don't have to be a billionaire or a household name to reap the benefits of Aurelius's wisdom. His teachings apply to anyone aiming for personal and professional success, fulfillment, and self-respect. Imagine going into a big presentation or job interview, not consumed with anxiety over others' opinions, but instead grounded in the present moment and confident in your abilities and self-worth. Imagine the challenges of navigating the ups and downs of entrepreneurship. Facing setbacks and criticism can be discouraging, but with a mastery of controlling your desires and separating your self-respect from external validations, you can push through with confidence and resilience. Similarly, balancing a family, a career, and countless responsibilities can feel overwhelming. Still, by living in alignment with your core values and utilizing the Stoic principles of solitude and self-reflection, you can find a sense of inner peace and balance. Remember that you are not alone in facing these challenges. With patience and practice, you can unlock your potential to overcome them. These are just a few examples of how Aurelius's timeless wisdom can empower you to approach life's challenges with resilience, authenticity, and an unshakable sense of self-respect. The cornerstones of true, lasting success in any endeavor. So whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, a seasoned executive, a stay-at-home parent, or anywhere in between, the path to a life of fulfillment and achievement begins with embracing the secrets of Marcus Aurelius. Unlock your true potential by letting go of the need for approval, and instead cultivating the self-respect that will propel you toward your most significant personal and professional victories. Conclusion: your path to living like Marcus Aurelius starts now. We've covered a lot of ground in this video, from Aurelius's profound insights on self-validation and solitude, to practical strategies for controlling desires, observing social opinions objectively, and living in the present moment. But ultimately, the choice is yours. You can continue seeking constant approval and validation from others, or you can choose to embark on a journey of self-respect, inner peace, and authentic living guided by the ancient wisdom of Stoicism. If you're ready to take that first step, I challenge you to try the 7-day plan we outlined earlier. Identify your approval triggers, practice solitude and self-reflection, control your desires, observe opinions objectively, and live in the present moment. It won't be easy, but as Aurelius himself said, the universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it. By shifting your mindset and committing to these principles, you can transform your life and cultivate a deep, unshakable sense of self-respect. So what's it going to be? Will you continue craving approval from others, or will you embrace the freedom and fulfillment that come from living for yourself? The choice is yours. But I hope this video has inspired you to walk the path of Marcus Aurelius and discover the true meaning of self-respect. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, comment, and subscribe for more empowering content. I'll see you next time as we continue our journey towards a life of authenticity, resilience, and inner peace.